What is up, guys? Your boy Raven here today with some fantastic news about the Dream League set. Of course, a set from Japan that is going to be a part of our Moon Eclipse set in November, but Dream League is being released on August 2nd. So we have two more GXs actually from that set, and first they're going to appear over here. I'm going to talk about it. The first one is a Silvally GX, and let me tell you, I love that art. Of course, we got a Gladion in the background. You can see him in the background of the art, but it just looks gorgeous. Honestly, that is the art I want, and I know. Every time the new card from this set comes out, I'll tell you guys, I love the art. I love the art style. But that's how I feel, I feel like they changed the art style a little bit for those new sets, and that is the right direction in my opinion, because I love those backgrounds, I love those fronts. So let's talk about the card itself. It has 210 damage, of course evolves from type null. Let's look at the ability that is called Disc Reload, and once during your turn you may draw cards from your deck until you have 5 cards in your hand. That is a fantastic drawing engine. Honestly, it's a great drawing engine. Of course it requires you to have less cards than 5, but it can just sit there on the bench and you can just take those cards, right? You can play your full hand and play and the ability get back to 5 cards, and again, quite good ability. Of course it's like, toned down a little bit, toned down Zoroark, because you don't discard, you don't take 2, so you can't have like a huge hand, but definitely a nice drawing power, and I can see this being in certain decks, definitely. Let's look at the attacks though. We've got 2 colorless, which is Body Brave, 50 plus, and if you play the supported card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 70 more damage. And you normally play supporters almost each turn, so it has guarantee attack of 120. Of course it's not a amazing attack, but it's there. Let's be honest, it's there, and it's not okay, it's quite meh. But let's look at the White Knight GX, again, double colorless. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, that Pokemon is knocked out. And, well, bye-bye Basmosa, right? Bye-bye Ultra Beasts. Definitely a great attack as of counter to Ultra Beasts, but my problem with that is that there's not a lot of Ultra Beasts floating around in the meta right now. So, of course, it goes against the Malamar's, Necrozma's, like Malamar Necrozma deck, and definitely plays against it, but at the same time it will have bad matchups for Picarams and Reshazards. And maybe not Reshazard, because we still have the Water Memory, but again, it's a card that you want to have on your bench just for the draw engine. Definitely a nice addition. I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on it, and hopefully I'm gonna get my hands on it. The second card is gonna appear right here below, and that is a Vileplume GX. There we go, a Vileplume GX, a stage 2 this time, that evolves from Gurloom. And let's look at the card. 240 HP. Not a bad amount of HP. I'm not a fan of getting to more and more HP. Like 240, that was kind of a tag team HP previously. Now it's a territory of normal GXs, which I don't really like. I think that's too much HP on those cards, especially that's a grass type. So, well, cards like Reshazard can really mess this card up. But let's look at the ability, which is Fragrant Flower Garden. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. So kind of another bench type of Pokemon, right? Bench type of card that you want to have there, and just not really attack. But let's look at the attacks. That is the first one. It's a grass type and colorless, which is a big bloom. It's 180 minus damage, and that's quite interesting, right? The last card with minus was Persian, Alan Persian, I believe, baby one, and this attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So if you're gonna put 18 damage counters, it attacks for 0. It is a, let me tell you, this is a of course it's a fast attack, don't get me wrong, but it is a stage 2, and it's a just useless attack. What can you do sometimes? Let's look at the GX, because maybe the GX will save that card. It's a 1 grass type Allergy Bomb, 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, burned, and paralyzed. So if you're playing, with the deck that revolves around, your opponent's active Pokemon to be in those conditions, that's fine, I guess. But for the stage 2 Pokemon, I would, I would want something more. The only good thing about it is really the ability of Fragrant Flower Garden, but it is a stage 2, so I don't really think it will see a lot of play. But again, we'll definitely, as the set comes out, I will try to brew it. I will try to do something with that card, because it might not be as bad as it first seems, right? Because you never know, right? You never know how the card plays until you're gonna play it. But at the first glimpse, well, this one, right? This guy over here, Silvally, is fantastic, but this, well, a huge disappointment. Like, if that would be, on a stage 1, the ability, I think that would be a lot better. Maybe, on a Grovyle, that would be cool to have that. On Vileplume, I am not sure of the post-rotation world with that card, especially with, the Necrozma coming, with still Rashes out being super strong. But we'll see, right? We'll see where the format's going to take those cards. So guys, what do you think about those two cards? Do you think they are great? Do you think they are bad? And do you want to try them? Those are my questions for you guys. And don't forget that down there below you have in the description a 5% discount any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. And those are packs. Those are, anything that Pokemon released for PTCGO. So yeah, go check it out. And that is a discount on top of their discount, right? And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news, more stuff. And yeah, see you live on Twitch. Mwah, Raven loves ya. Bye.